Redstone. It's one of the coolest things that have ever been added to Minecraft, but for some reason people hardly know how to make it work, and I'm about to change that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have a look at is how you actually get redstone. You'll find it underground, and it'll be one of these blocks, and if you break it, well, if you break it in survival mode, you will get this. You'll get this stuff, which is redstone dust. And this, if redstone was electricity, then this would be the wires. This is what connects everything up as a big circuit. We have the lever. This is basically, well, this is what it is. So now it's off. If I flick it, it will emit a redstone charge, which is like power, which means anything that's near it will get powered. So if I had, we'll get a door. So doors can be affected by redstone, which means if I put this, so if I turn this off and I put this here, I flick this, and it will change like that. So you could have a working door. Same thing with a button, really. You press it. The pressure plate is what you use for doors most of the times, and if you walk onto it, it will emit a redstone signal, which will then open the door without me having to touch anything. Now we're going to have the redstone block, and what this is, so it will emit a constant charge, so everything around here will always be powered. It will never get turned off as long as you don't break this block. So now we've got pistons and sticky pistons, and what this does, so if I get any block and I need a power, something to power this, so if I have a switch, oh no, so as you can see we've got a lever, and if I place this lever next to it and power this, the piston will push this block to this side, and if I turn it off, it will stay there. However, with the sticky piston, if I place it there, so it'll go to this one, if I place it, power it, it'll push it, but with the sticky piston it'll pull it back because it's stuck to that redstone lamp. And it's literally, it's just a light source, but you can turn it off or on. This is really useful for, let's say you only want the lights on at night time or daytime, whatever you want. So it's off. If I flick this, it will turn it on. If you wanted, I don't know, the lights to only be on at night time, if you get something called a daylight sensor, and this on here, you see, because it's day, this will sense it's day, and this will send a signal to this block, which then turns it on. However, if I wanted to only turn at night, I can invert it. See, it turns a different colour, and that means it will only turn on at night. So it senses it's day. However, if I make it nighttime, it will sense it's dark and turn it on. Okay, so these are the final ones we're going to be showing off today, which is the redstone repeater, the hopper, and the observer. Oh, and we'll also do the dispenser as well. So, if I'm going to so what the repeater does is, so I didn't tell you this before, but redstone can only go, I think it's like 14 blocks. So see, if you see here, it's really powerful, right? But you see here, if it goes on and on, it's like weaken. And if I show you all the way, see how it gets darker and darker, and eventually, so this is the last power, and then it turned off here, like there's no power here. So if you wanted to repower it, you place the repeater down, and you see this will light up here, and then that will make the signal repeat itself. What you can also do to, let's say you wanted, so if you press this will make it so, if I show you this, it won't turn on straight away, so this is constantly on a bit. As soon as I place this, there'll be a bit of delay. As soon as I place this, there'll be a bit of delay before that turns back on. So if we look, and then delay and then turned on. Okay, you can, using this, you can also make something called a clock, a redstone clock, which means, so if you do this, and then this, and then quickly flick it on with the lever, let's slow it down a bit, get it on again, So if you see here, it's going off and on, off and on. That makes it so if you wanted a circuit that goes constantly turns the stuff off and then on and off and then on to like shoot something out maybe, you can do that. Which is I find myself using this system quite a lot. Okay, right. The hopper. What this does, let's say I had a chest. And I wanted, so I had a bunch of items coming in. Let's say like if I threw this in here, if I threw this in, let's try and make it land this time. If I throw this in here, it will go into this hopper, and then this hopper will push it down into this chest, then you find it in there. And if I show you again, you can also use things like water to push items into there. You can also have constant hoppers going into each other, like this. So it's like a conveyor belt. So then if this, I put one in here, put something in here, it will go from there, to there, to there, to there, and then into the chest. And this can be used to make all sorts of different things using chests, and it can be quite fun. This is a observer, and this is one of the cooler things. So you see this little guy's face here? Whenever it senses a movement in front of it, so if I place a block here, it will sense that a block's been placed, and you see that redstone signal? I'll play it again if you watch. See? When anything moves, it will do it again. And this makes it so you can make things like automatic, like pumpkin or melon farms and things like that, and I'm going to show you how to make one of them at the end of this video. Dispenser, I mean, it's pretty much speaks for itself. You put something in it, you power it, and it will shoot it out. If I show you again, without picking it up. See? So yeah. So we're using what we know now. I'm going to try and make an automatic wheat collector. So what you're going to need is a water bucket, a dispenser, oak wood planks, grass block, redstone dust, redstone repeater, a lever, a hopper, and a chest. The first thing we want to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just do 9 just for. Okay, so you want to get a big square like this. Get out of here, horse. Next you want to place okay, right, once you've done that, oh, need to go over here. Once you've done that, you want to place this whole thing full of water. Okay, and then place grass blocks here all across. And you can make this in any world you need. You can make it, I mean, it's the same concept, as long as it's the same concept and you think it works. Just don't be, you try and make your own if you really want to. Okay, across this grass, in fact no, behind the grass, place down your dispensers like this. Okay, and then another line of oak planks. And then get behind it. All these hoppers aren't facing down. Okay, so we need to place 2 chests here, facing this way. Hoppers. So this hopper will go into that chest, this hopper will go into this hopper, and this hopper will go into this hopper. Just the same, like that. And now, we have to go like this. And then we're just going to replace this grass. Like that. So anything that gets caught in these top ones will then go into the bottom ones, which will then go into this chest. Okay, right now, we need fill this back up. It's not the prettiest looking machine, but it does the job. Well, hopefully it will. Now we're going to need to set up the redstone behind this. Okay, so if we place redstone all along here, oh no. So we're going to place repeaters like this, facing into these dispensers, and then another line of wood, and then redstone dust all along here, redstone dust here, and it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get there, place a repeater, just like that, and then place a lever right there. So hopefully whenever we flick the switch, it will send a redstone signal all the way to here, which will then shoot out whatever's in these dispensers. Okay, now we're going to need a ton of water. We need to fill up all of these dispensers with water buckets. Okay, once that's done, as you can see, if we flick the switch here, flick it, oh, and again, it'll shoot out all the water like that, just like that. Flick it again, and it'll take it back. Okay, now we need a hoe, and we're going to need some seeds, some wheat seeds. These green ones right here. I mean, you can do this for, you can't do it for pumpkin, but you can do it for beetroot as well, and carrots and potatoes. But okay, so you want to now all you got to do is wait for these seeds to grow, and once they've grown, you're able to flick the switch and all of the crops will come down here. Okay, so the wheat is all grown now, and we're ready to harvest. So all you're going to do is press this button, flick the switch, and then flick it again, and all the water, all the wheat will come down here. Obviously there's a bit up there, but you might have to place some blocks up there. But if you can see, all of this, see how it's all filtering in? See, and just like that, we have 39 wheat, even more wheat, and we have tons of seeds as well. And then all we're going to do after that, flick the switch again, and there we go. And then we're going to do, using these seeds that you just got, to replant it, just like this. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.